here, and this is Bulk Truck Bed Pack by Bcbuhler on Farming Simulator 22. It's for all platforms, PC, Mac, and console. I'm here on PS5 for this demonstration and test of these six truck boxes here by Bcbuhler. This is 27.22 megabytes to download. Let's see where we'll find them all first. Under Tools and Trailers. Then we'll talk a little bit about what they go on and how they all work. So here they are, starting with the Winkler Grain Box X2. Brandon being a town not too far from me, about 2 hours drive. I'm only guessing that's what it is in reference to, as well as the Winkler Grain Box, which is also just south of us, not too far, and both good farming towns. Yeah, anyways, I digress. And then we have grain boxes, silage, two silage boxes, a potato box, and another potato box. So let's look at this first one here. Winkler Grain Box X2. Now notice the X2, that's important. We'll talk about that a little bit later. Up to 101,008.8 liters capacity of mostly just grain. As you can see down there, we have grain, yes. If we go take a look at it, we have capacity of 20,000 liters, 20,000.4 we start with, or you can go up to 101.8. That is your capacity options. Mud flaps, standard, front flaps, tandem, rear flaps, both flaps, tandem, and back to standard, excuse me. Main color. We have some custom colors. The red, Volvo, what is it called? Volvo purple. Looks, if it is, it's a really dark purple. I guess you can see a tinge of purple there. Anyways, I am going the wrong way here. Excuse me, pardon me. Forgive me. Volvo green and Volvo black. Okay, and another, did I say? Yeah, another green, a Volvo yellow. So all the Volvo orange, Volvo red, Volvo yellow, Volvo beige, and then into the Giants palette of colors, which will cost you $1,000 if you go that way. Custom colors, no charge. Giants palette of colors, $100. Design color, let's make that pink, and that is your tarp. That, it would seem, is no charge no matter what color you pick. That's kind of nice. Right, let's look at that one first and talk about this one. This is notice Grain Box X2. The X2 means that only trucks with the X2 configuration will be able to use this. Now let's talk about that first, and then we can carry on. For example, the Volvo WIA by the same modder, Bcbuhler. If we go in there, we can go along until we get to the cab X2. The X2 is what you want to attach to the X2 trailer. Notice, so that is important. If we go over to the TLX Phoenix, standard, stand extension 1, sleeper, extension 2, hull, coffin, sleeper, rigid X2. That is the configuration that will work for the X2. Now there are, and this is by 82 Studios, by the way, the TLX 9000, I do believe I did not download that. That also has a configuration for it. And the Superliner X by 82 Studio also has an X2 configuration and an X3. So the X2 and the X3 are the two configurations used by these boxes. This is an X2. This is an X2. This is an X3. This is an X2. This is X2. This is an X3. So when we're looking at the trailers and the attachments, so we have Brandon Grain Box X2, Winkler Grain Box X2, Silagebox X3, Silagebox X2, Lockwood Potato Box X2, and an X3. So that is very important. If you are having trouble attaching, or you have a vehicle that's not attaching to these, then you have to make sure that the X3 box attaches to a truck that you have configured to an X3, and so on and so forth. Right. So let's hop in here. We have the Volvo here, and I'm just going to pull forward and back up to show you how they attach. This should pop up very soon, right here. So that's where it should pop up. You press the X and it attaches. So there should be no problems whatsoever attaching. If you're having a problem, double check that you have the proper configuration of your truck with the truck box you are using. As for what we can hold in this particular one, as you can see here, grains, seed, and fertilizer. I don't even think it shows seeds. Sugar is a mod. Don't look at that. And fertilizer. So if we fill fertilizer, I have the standard capacity as you see here. If we have lights, we have lights. Nice lights, running lights. If we pull up over here, we have a couple of options to, you have to highlight the box, of course. If you have it on the truck, you're not going to pop up. That start overloading is not going to be there. L1, left stick, or left on the D-pad, sorry. Open and close that cover. R1, you can tip side back or grain door. Grain door looks like this, just like so. It does tip. So we're gonna switch it to tip side back, and this is what it looks like. It does empty out, not too badly. As you can see, fairly quickly. So what I'm gonna do now is we're gonna quickly swap this over to the unreal capacity. There we go, unreal capacity. And we're going to fill it up, and then we're going to see how fast it unloads with the unreal capacity. So we're going to fill this up, and it's going to take a minute, so I'll be right back. All right, we have filled it with 101,750 liters of fertilizer, and it is not overly heavy. Oh, it does feel a bit light though, so I think the weight is negated when you go unreal. So here we go, dump it out. How fast does it dump out? I don't think the speed has increased for the dumping speed with the unreal capacity. So just be prepared for that it's not going to empty out really fast. As you can see here, it is emptying out fairly quickly, but it's going to take a little bit of time to empty out. So just so you know that, it's not going to empty out fast. Now on to the next one. The next one is also an X2. So we're going to leave this one here. Let's take a look at this one here. Not there, over here, trailers. All right, the next one is the Winkler Grain Box, and as you can see down there, yeah, the first one's only $10,000, so that's cool, but of course, if you unrealistic capacity adds some price to that. This one's up to 137,500 liters, and it is a bulk bulk. It will carry anything, is what I'm trying to say. Solid end gate tarp. That is options. We have hydraulic end gate tarp. So solid tarp, which was just like the other one we used actually, and then we have this, the end gate tarp, and the end gate no tarp silage extensions. So we're going up 27,000. So we go from 23 with a couple of options, 27,000 liters, and now we have the no end gate. So it's basically just a thing you can throw stuff in. It doesn't have a capacity. And then unrealistic capacity of 115,000 liters or 137,500 liters with the silage tops on it. Now, I do have that one. We're going to look at that in a minute. We have ladder, rear ladder. There it is. It's actually on the side. Or front ladder. So rear ladder, front ladder, or nothing. Mud flaps, again, we have the front tandem, rear, both tandem, standard. Decals, design 1 or nothing. So we'll leave that on there. Main color, we'll make it beige. We have all the colors available to us, just like the others. We're going to make this color, we're going to make that something bright. There we go. We can make that, and if you have, hold on there, it's going to either change the color of the tarp or the metal around the top. And design color, we're going to make that brown. No, let's make that pink. There we go, and that's that stripe color there, and we can change the other color of the stripe too. And that's not good. Green, darker green. There we go. And that's it. Right, so let's hop in here. This is also the X2. Start that up. And we'll go over here with the silage sides on it. You would think that it would only hold silage, but no, it holds everything, all the stuff, everything that you could put in that's available on your map. Even pig food, stones, mineral feed, manure. Let's go with manure. This too I have on unrealistic capacity, so it is going to take a bit of a minute to unload here. I do believe I have chosen this configuration, so I'm going to go change that around. We're going to watch it unload too. Alright, so here we are. I think I have it configured to the one I want, which is just completely, well, open, shall we say? Not really open. That's the grain door. We don't want that. We want tip side back. And there we go. Yes, so we do have a fully open flip-up sided type N type 1. And this one seems to be emptying a little bit faster, but still not all that quickly. So just expect that if you have the unreal capacity chosen, it's going to empty out about the same speed as if it was not an unreal capacity. And I think that's what we're going to see for the rest of them. But we're going to keep going here. The next one we're going to look at is the silage boss that I have tricked out here, and that again, trailers. And this is going to go a little bit quicker now that you understand this is Silagebox Boss X3 for $25,000, up to 185,000 liters of all bulk material. We have decals, standard or design 1. Mack and Volvo design, so these are basically the mud flaps. So you can Mack and Volvo Tridem, Mack and Volvo Tridem flap, TLX Phoenix Argo, Mack and Volvo, and so yes, so you have a few designs here. I don't think it's I really don't think it matters which one you pick. They'll all fit. It just somewhere where the stuff, where the little fenders and the mud flaps go. Right, realistic capacity is 37,000 liters. If we go with unrealistic for an extra 20 grand, 185,000 liters. Main color, we have all the same colors again. If we chose the custom colors, it's $0. Green or any of the Giants colors is $1,000. Design color is the inserts, and no charge. Oh, there is basically only a couple of custom colors, and then yeah, design. If you go on into the Giants colors, it's $1,000. Right, let's hop in. 185,000 liters of soybeans. We don't have a choice for anything. It is what it is. You pour stuff in, you dump stuff out. We do have lights, signals. Yes, signals. No beacons. Let's take a look here at how fast it empties. And not too bad, actually. This one seems to empty out quite a bit quicker, and as you can see, it is not a tipper. It is an end dump. So those of you looking for an end dump trailer, if you have height restriction, this could be the trick. And as you can see, it's moving floor, so yeah, right on. And we're done. So no option for the open the door or moving the floor independently. So just in case you are wondering, let's park this quickly. And we go to the next one. The next one, this is the X3 frame. This is the X2 frame. And I keep going into the wrong menu. Right, and as we go over here, so what's the difference between them? Well, the Silagebox X2 is a little cheaper and it holds a little bit less. Other than that, everything is identical. With as for choices, yes, 163,000 liters. Color options, as you can see here. Design option, like so, and there you go. So a little cheaper, a little less capacity, and same thing, lights, signals, right? Also, that is the truck options. We don't have any options other than to unload, and there we go. That seems to unload fairly quickly too, so that's really nice. If you're looking for a bulk and dump trailer, it's going to empty out pretty quickly, even in the unrealistic capacity configuration. So let's park this and move on to the next style of containers, and that's the Lizard Lockwood 20-foot potato box X2. And we're just going to look at both of them real quick here to save some time. We have the 20-foot and the 24-foot. One's for the X2, one's for the X3. All the same options here. We have capacity standard. So standard is 16.4. Rear plate adds a little bit more, 17.7 is the capacity. Then we have extensions, gives you 19.7, and then if you go Unreal, it's 98,005. We also have the choice of a ladder in the front, fenders. We have Mack and Volvo, Superliner X, and standard. So you have two options there, or go with no fenders and you won't have to worry about it. Decals, straight or angled. Very nice. Main color, we can make that yellow. Design color is actually, the design color is the stripe. Let's make that dark green. I want to make some contrast here. And the design color number 2, let's make that white. There we go. So you can, kind of nice little touch there. I kind of like that. And one of the colors cost $100. Right, and if we just quickly look at here, all exactly the same choices except for the capacity, which is 19.9, 21, 23, or 118. So a little bit bigger for the Potato Box X3. Now, it does say Potato Box, but it is a bulk trailer. You can put anything you want in it. All right, so I happen to have TMR in this one at 98,500. How fast does it unload? We don't have any options. Oh, we have a open and close a cover on these. And we'll let the side down in order, unless if you are loading with, say, a loader bucket or something like that, it will give you a little bit of extra clearance there to enable you to load it easier. Other than that, we don't have any other options. We just have the unload option here, and actually it unloads fairly quickly considering the type of, well, unloading it is. And the reason I picked TMR for this is because there is no gate that lifts up at the back or anything. So if you can drive in there, you can unload it with plenty of, with no clearance issues. So this is kind of really nice for some of those type of situations where you might have a low ceiling, and if you can drive the truck in, you can unload it without having to worry about bumping your tipper on something. So at 118,000 liters, that's pretty decent too. Now that's the X3. The next one, no, that was the X2. X3 actually has more, but this one I have left with the back off and standard configuration, which is the standard capacity, and we'll just show you that unloading here, just like that. So it actually unloads very quickly, as I can see here. It does unload very quick, and that's why the unload speed on the Unreal capacity was pretty good. And we're just going to drive around here. This Max Superliner is not the fastest horse in the stable. And there, hopefully that answers and explains and shows you all the features of this, the bulk truck bed pack by Bcbuhler on Farming Simulator 22. Thank you all for watching. I'm Looney Farm Guy, and remember, it's only a game, so till next time, bye for now.